It's time to recognize the most outstanding high school football player of the year with the 2002 Ford Award. And now, live from the KTUL studio.
The winner of the 2004 Ford Award, Felix Jones.
Just thank everybody who voted for me. I'm just happy right now.
The winner of the 2011 Ford Award is Kevin Peterson, Stephen Parker, Mason Fine, Michael Wilson, Shamari Brooks.
How is that for an open to the 2017 Ford Award going in the Wayback Machine? Good evening, everyone. I am Sports Director John Moss here at Tulsa's Channel 8. The man beside me is John Lawson. For the next 30 minutes, we have plenty of high school football for you.
That's right. For over a decade now, we've had the privilege of showing you many of the top area players, both on and off the field. So let's give another round of applause for these 10 nominees here tonight. Great season.
They all had fantastic years. So while we've been doing this Ford Award for some time now, this season, 2017, John, it was a pretty special one.
Yeah, and for several reasons. Whether it was setting state records, winning a gold ball, or making school history, our first three nominees definitely accomplished a lot.
I'm Nakia Jones, senior receiver, Wagner High School.
The 2017 Wagner Bulldogs wouldn't be crowned state champions in Class 4A. They had to settle for a state record 48 consecutive wins.
3, 2, 1, go!
And Jones had a hand in it from the very beginning, and oftentimes at the most important moments.
The number of huge plays he's made in critical situations, plays that have, one that put us in a championship game his freshman year, and then he made two that helped win the championship game his sophomore year. So, he continues to do that.
In addition to his size, Nakia's versatility may be his greatest attribute. He scored a touchdown in all three phases in Wagner's Week 1 win.
I feel like I'm a playmaker. Like, if anything needed, defense, special teams, I could run down there, I could run. I'm just a playmaker all around, and I feel like my career here has been one of the best as a receiver anyways.
Nakia certainly leaves an incredible legacy, a three-time state champion and a key component to the state's all-time win streak.
He leads by the way he plays, and I think our kids know that when we have him, that we have a chance to make big plays against anybody.
CJ Moore, senior wide receiver, Union High School.
And a model of consistency for the program. Being a three-year starter, CJ finished as Union's all-time leader in touchdown receptions.
CJ's really been a leader since he was a sophomore. I can remember hearing him try to lead the team and in the locker room as a young guy, as a 10th grader. So to me, it's been a joy to have him all 3 years.
Moore's leadership and dedication to the game helps explain why he's in line to suit up for Oklahoma State next fall.
If you take one wrong step, then the play's not going to work. If you take the right step, you have the outcome that happened. When we played Broken Arrow, I didn't have the best game. Then my body control changed, which threw my game off. And whenever there was adversity, I kept my composure, and I continued to make plays. Always first guy in the line for the drills. To be a pretty good football player, he's always trying to hone his craft and become better.
I'm Joe Smith, senior running back and nose guard at Holland Hall.
And it was a season to remember for the Dutch. Holland Hall got off to a 12-0 start for the first time in school history. Smith had plenty of rushing yards along the way, too. More than 1,400 yards on the ground.
I feel like I've improved a lot. Been working on different areas like different parts of my game that I feel like I could be better at.
He works tremendously hard at it, and in the weight room, running, all the little things he does. And then he's a physical football player, which a lot of running backs, you know, they got the moves and things, but he will really, he will grind out the next yard.
It showed not just in what Smith was able to do offensively. Playing defensive lineman would seem like a tall order for a tailback, but Joe's exceptional conditioning made him a very special player for Holland Hall 2017.
Playing nose guard has affected my conditioning probably in a positive way, because breakaway runs, I don't get tired as fast.
Well, that's what's been the most impressive for me, is that every time he comes off the field on defense, he comes right over the offensive guys to sub in, and he's ready to go at tailback. And you know, we rotate tailbacks a lot, but he is ready to go.
Obviously, if you haven't figured it out already, these are some very talented young people. And it's not just on the football field either. It turns out several of our nominees have some hidden talents, and they're definitely worth paying attention to.
I can move my ears.
I feel like I do pretty good impersonations.
You do want to like Coach Fred?
All right, man. It's not about me. It's not about us, you know. Get better. Doesn't matter. Get better.
I don't really know. I don't.
I can backflip.
You can do
Yeah, backflips, flips, stuff like that.
Have you done that like after you scored a touchdown or anything?
No, I will get flagged.
I can spin a basketball on my finger forever.
How long can you spin a back?
I think the longest, like I actually timed it, was like 2 hours.
I can dance.
You can dance?
Oh yeah.
I won't have you break it down. Any particular kind of dance?
I like hitting them folks a little bit.
Okay.
Yeah. Me and CJ, we dance a lot in the locker room.
All right.
Pretty fun, yeah.
I play rock band and with, you know, a couple of my teammates, and I've had 100 on expert more than a few times,
Right.
Singing wise. So I'm kind of an amazing singer. I just have to hit the pitch
Okay.
and stay there. My record's like 56 note streak, so.
So do you play any other actual instruments? Or?
No, I just have a voice.
That's why it's
all.
your hidden talent.
Yeah.
Obviously, a lot of talent and maybe a future rock star in the making. Now, Sports Director John Moss is hanging out with a guy that might have the best hair in Oklahoma high school.
That's right, CJ Moore from Union High School sitting beside me. We got to talk about that first off. The dreads, how long have you been growing them out?
I've been growing them for about 4.5 years now.
4.5. So what was the catalyst for dreads? Because I would imagine you're running down the field, a DB's chasing you. They could just reach up and grab.
You know, just run a little faster. Make sure they don't catch you.
So it's motivation to run faster.
Yeah, for
I
sure.
like that. Let's talk about this year. Obviously not the end that you wanted for your senior season, losing in the gold ball game. How do you think you'll look back on your senior season when that time comes and you kind of do some reflecting?
I feel like I'll look back on it and realize that I've left my legacy. That was really the main thing, you know, growing different friendships and brotherhoods and you know, friends that I'll be with for probably the rest of my life, you know, growing up and wanting to always play for Union and finally getting to do it. And, you know, now that it's over,
yeah.
I get to look back and, you know, continue to be a leader and, you know, help the younger guys who need help that don't understand something. And so pretty much just leaving my legacy and just leaving my last name.
Now you'll get to lead in Stillwater as a member of the OSU Cowboys. What was it about maybe the camaraderie between the teammates or Mike Gundy's mullet or whatever it is? What is it that made you pick OSU?
It was really, you know, everything had me sold. You know, Stillwater is beautiful. There's not a lot around it, so it keeps me focused on what I need to do. You know, Coach Dunn is an amazing coach. He, you know, he coached my cousin Tracy, and Tracy's my personal trainer. So, you know, when I'm up there in Stilly, I can continue to do work, and whenever I'm down here for, you know, break or something,
sure.
I can keep doing the same thing and, you know, just continuing to get better.
I got you, man. Well, congratulations on a great season. John, I have a feeling we'll be seeing quite a few touchdown catches from this guy in Stillwater.
I figured it was the great hair that maybe wanted to land CJ in Stillwater. The mullet, you can't lose, right? Maybe the most infamous record in Oklahoma high school football was the Union Jenks stranglehold on the state's largest classification. Well, one of those two teams took home the gold ball every year for more than 2 decades, until now. Our next nominee had a part in breaking up that championship monopoly.
I'm Will Keeney, junior quarterback at Owasso High School.
Leave it to an outsider to not be intimidated by more than 20 years of the Jenks Union dynasty. Keeney was a newcomer from the Dallas area, and his passing abilities made him a perfect fit for the Rams spread offense. But like any good leader, Will says it's his quality teammates that make the difference.
We have the guys that can go out in there and compete with them. So, I mean, they got some great players, don't get you wrong, but I think we can compete with them well based on the guys we have.
How prophetic. After a double overtime loss to Union in the regular season, Owasso flipped the script in the state championship game to win its first gold ball in over 40 years. One of the biggest keys to Keeney's success, preparation.
He's a studier. The guy, you know, I would equate it to maybe in basketball you call him a gym rat. I mean, he's a guy that wants to watch film. He doesn't just do it. He comes with a notebook. He's going to take notes at every time we have a meeting, or every time we have a team meeting, he's taking notes. I mean, he's just passionate.
I think it exceeded a lot of other people's expectations, but not really ours. Our goal was to be great. So this is what we're doing now is kind of, you know, keeping going on our goal. And our goal is ultimately to win the gold ball at the end of the year.
Hi, my name is Gunnar Pearson. I'm senior running back and linebacker at Iliga High School.
The Iliga Mustangs have been a force in Class 4A for the past several seasons. During his 3 years as a starter, Pearson has helped the Mustangs accumulate 35 wins during that span.
He continues to be consistent for us on the offensive side of the ball, but he's really an impact player for us on defense. I mean, he's our captain on defense, gets us lined up. I mean, he does everything we ask him to do, coach on the field basically. He's an all-around great player for us, and we're just happy to have him on our team.
Of course, motivation isn't an issue considering the number of times Iliga finished state runner-up to Wagner.
Three years in a row. I mean, it kind of pushes us a little bit, but we like to take it one game at a time and just focus on what's ahead of us right now.
Neither side made it to the championship for a fourth straight year, but Gunter has made a lasting impact on the program as a player and a person.
He's more of a quiet leader, but you know, he finds a way to get it done in his own way, and you know, the kids still look to him and they understand that he's the leader of the football team. He's an outstanding student. He's you know, he takes a lot of college classes and things, so he's just a great leader in our school as well.
My name is Damian Everett. I play for Broken Arrow and I'm a senior safety.
And talk about a quick study. 2017 was just his first full season of playing football, but Damian proved he belonged. Everett caught 3 interceptions in just the first half, and the Tigers win over previously unbeaten Westmore.
Honestly, I was just looking for some more. I was like, oh, they're gonna keep testing me. I'm just gonna come down with some more. So halftime, I was like, oh, I'm gonna try to get 3 more. They didn't throw the ball my way the rest of the game.
They learned after that?
Yeah.
He's got such good ball skills. When the ball is in the air, Damian has got great big hands, great spatial awareness, great body control. He only came out last year, about week 3. Been a basketball first guy.
It appears Damian may have found his best sport. If there were ever a hidden recruiting gem in Green Country, it would definitely be a raw talent like Damian Everett.
I want to play in college. I haven't got really offers from any for either basketball or football. So I want to go play college. If I get a scholarship, yeah, I'm gonna go do it.
He loves the competition, right? And that's what coaches are just salivate over those guys. You can football, you know, even though it's a game, there's every play is the next competition, and he's going to go out and win more plays than he loses, and it's just in him to be a competitor.
Those 2 guys you see right there, and Damian, who couldn't be with us tonight, had fantastic seasons for sure. Congrats, guys, on your nomination.
For sure, but it goes without saying, we weren't psychology majors in college, but our next feature question can tell a lot about a person, and if not, they're just some really funny responses.
Oh, I say a koala bear. They just seem real cuddly. They just sit there. I always love koala bears. That's my favorite animal.
I really love koalas. I don't know why, but koalas are, you know, pretty fun loving.
A lion, definitely.
Why is that?
Because lions run in packs and they're always there for each other and have each other's back.
Most people will go with the lion or the tiger. You know, it's the most dominant. But a sheepdog is a leader. You know, he herds all the sheep and everything. So that's how I feel like I am as a leader. I feel like you know, I make sure everybody's doing what they're supposed to.
I'd have to be an eagle, just because they can fly.
A lot of birds
It's America's
fly,
bird.
but what about an eagle?
It's America's bird. That's why.
Probably a bird, honestly.
What kind of bird?
Just a regular bird.
You gotta pick something, be a little more specific.
I don't know. I mean, I would like to fly. Yo, a cheetah. I want to know what it's like to be super fast. I think they're the coolest animals ever. I've always loved cheetahs.
You can pretty much do anything.
I would say a jaguar. Because it really fast.
So as opposed to a cheetah?
Yeah, cheetah, but like, I want to say a jaguar is a little bit like not faster, but stronger. I would say stronger.
Hey, a lot of love for koala bears too, and you just don't know what to make of that, but these were the favorite animals of all these players. Now, John Moss has Coach David Alexander from Broken Arrow, and Coach, what's your favorite animal?
Here we go, on the spot.
Well, that's easy. It's
got
to be a tiger. No, I didn't know the question was coming. That's easy.
Oh, it's the Broken Arrow tie.
That's right, of course.
You can go koala bear if you want to.
The koala bear's fine. They're cute, but we got to go tiger.
All right, so your nominee, Damien couldn't be here tonight. What's he doing?
He's playing a basketball game.
Okay.
Yeah, there are also Rams at our field house tonight.
Yeah, so that shows what kind of an athlete he is.
He's a great athlete. He was a basketball first kid his whole life, and just loved the competition. And we had a good football team. And he came out last year about midseason, week 3 or 4, and immediately made an impact. As soon as he learned the offense, this year we need him to play defense and immediately impact. 6 interceptions. I believe he led 6A. And the three in one game.
What did he mean from a leadership standpoint? Because sometimes when it's your first full year playing a sport, maybe you don't have a voice in the locker room. But he strikes me as a kid that would be a leader too.
Well, first off, he likes to talk.
Okay, well there you go. That's part of the battle.
Well, everybody recognized, everybody knew Damien. Everybody grew up with Damien. But immediately, as soon as he got on the practice field, you heard in the little snippet earlier. He loved the competition. Anything one-on-one, Damien's going to go win. Yeah. And immediately in practice, everybody recognized that.
Do you think his skill set carries over to the next level? He said he wants to play college.
He does. He'll get a chance.
Yeah.
When that was taped, he didn't have any offers.
Right.
He's getting colleges in there talking to him.
That's what I was about to ask you. So he does have
he
some
does.
opportunities.
He will get his college paid for.
That's
yes,
awesome.
He will.
That's awesome. Well, congratulations on the great season.
I appreciate it.
And the nominee tonight. And we wish Damien all the best at the next level, John.
Yeah, for sure. And on the Union side of 2017, obviously you didn't have the storybook ending that you high hoped for, but this team accomplished a lot with the talent it had. And our next nominee had so much more to play for this season.
Darius Boone, running back, 2019, Union High School.
With the kind of season Union was having, coupled with an immensely talented roster, one U-High nominee wouldn't be enough. But it wasn't until after a potentially fatal brain injury to teammate Kevion Cooper did Darius take his game to another level.
Honestly, I just was going in like having to fill in big shoes because Kev was out. And we made a promise. I told him I was going to have a really good game. And he told me to do my thing, so I had to do what I had to do.
That being carried over each week for the rest of the season. When a big run was needed, Boone rose to the occasion.
We've been watching Darius since probably 6th or 7th grade here at Union, so we know exactly who he is and what he can become, and he's just getting better and better and stronger every week.
While that remarkable run to the finish fell just short of a state title, it was a season to remember for Darius, and he's always grateful for the opportunity.
Just thank God for everything he's done for me, and thank God for my grandmother who passed away this year. Yeah, dedicated my season to her and all my family for just believing in me.
This is Caleb Calhoun, senior wide receiver and defensive back at Victory Christian.
Of this year's nominees, Caleb was the only one selected last season as well. And being a two-way player, Calhoun made quite the impact, helping the Conquerors win 10-plus games for the 3rd year in a row.
You know, the great ones, they have that heart. They have that drive. I never have to try to motivate him. He shows up here while I go on the job. He can't wait. Practice is still fun.
That's especially impressive considering the offseason leading up to Caleb's senior year was undoubtedly the most challenging.
I took a step back this summer because I wasn't able to do anything. I had a partial tear in my knee, my patellar tendon in both my knees, and so I didn't do anything all summer. Practice has still been kind of difficult. It's still giving me a little bit of pain here and there. But coaches are good with me, let me rest a couple times, and then just go for game time.
Whether or not this was the end of Calhoun's playing career, you can be certain he left it all out on the field.
Try not to think about it. It's like this is my last time. I can either sit around and feel sorry for myself and mope, or I can, suck it up and just be like, all right, this is my last go around. Got to do everything I can do, and that's what I'm trying to do here.
Peyton Scott, senior running back, Charles Page High School.
Talk about a man on the run. Scott has rushed for more than 5,400 yards over the course of his varsity career. Quick math, that's over 3 miles. But Peyton saved his best performance for near the end.
Winning the halftime, came back out and they're like 278, and I was like, whoa.
Somebody from up top got word down to us that he had 478 yards, and I was like, man. And we still had a whole quarter of football to go.
But you don't have to blame me. 474 is pretty, great, in itself. But then he was like, let's try to get 500.
You guys squeeze the ball.
And Scott did, along with 7 rushing touchdowns. Both are new school records, putting the exclamation mark on an incredible career at Sand Springs.
He wants Sandites to be successful. It's nothing about him at all. He's just a great kid.
DJ Wagner, Jinx High School, senior wide receiver.
When you play at a perennial powerhouse like Jenks, patience can be key. And when the right time comes, make the most of it. That's exactly what DJ did for the Trojans in 2017.
Very proud of DJ. He's worked his way up. He stood in line behind Isaiah Epps and some really good players last year. So we're really happy with the way he's held it together, worked hard, and now that he's getting his chance, he's turning it up. Great hands. He's made some tremendous catches this year and really sharpened his game.
And the numbers definitely showed it. 82 receptions for a state-leading 1,372 yards. It's also a Jenks program record. Considering the number of current major Division I football players who played wideout at Jenks within the past 5 years, that's a remarkable feat.
It's really sweet, just knowing that I really beat their records and stuff is just so exciting to me, and one of the goals I'll always wish to accomplish.
DJ may acknowledge his individual accomplishments, but it's important to note that he's been a shining example of what a teammate should be.
He hasn't really had any off games. He's played very, very well. He's a great team player. And a lot of times what he does for us is he'll draw double coverage and he'll allow another guy to get open. So he's a consummate team player. Really happy with him.
I think I've improved pretty tremendously. I'm better working with my team, and I wanted a little bit more yards, but it was all good.
Congratulations, guys, on a fantastic season. Bill Knight with me now. Before we get into the nuts and bolts of what we're going to talk about, you've been at all 16 of the Ford Awards, correct?
I have.
Have you ever worn a pocket square before?
I knew you'd get me. I have not.
Why this year?
Well, I knew I had to step my game up.
And you did?
Yes.
That's a nice pocket square.
Well, thank you.
Should we do a pocket square exchange?
No, I like mine.
You like it?
I like mine.
You don't like mine?
No, I like mine.
Okay, well, fair enough. Obviously, without you guys, Kyle McQuaid, the whole Oklahoma Ford dealers, this show wouldn't be possible. So thank you for allowing us to do this. We have a blast with it. Why is it so important for you guys?
And we should thank you guys. I mean, when we set out 16 years ago, the vision was, what could we do to connect with the community, both big schools, small schools, city schools, Tulsa suburbs, rural schools, and you guys have kept that going. And I think the quality of the show, it's so much fun to kind of be here with the families, and I think it hopefully gives them a great night of celebration, whether they're seniors or sophomores. Yeah. So it's been great. It's been great to create relationships with the coaches that have been here year over year. So it's been a lot of fun, and you guys deserve a lot of credit. The quality of the show is really good.
Well, I appreciate that. It is we enjoy it as well. I'll speak for John Laws there. So between Bill's pocket square and Laws, your jacket, which is styling, I'm going to have to up my game next year because you guys are starting to lap me, and that's not okay.
Well, hey, if you approve of it, then I know this isn't a bad outfit. But you talk about tradition and everything that's happened with this show. Our third feature question has become almost an institution to our Ford Awards show because even as much as times change, you still have your high school proms. And with that in mind, if you could take any celebrity to your prom, who would it be?
I don't know. Probably like Kim Kardashian.
Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, there's a lot of Kardashians. Any particular reason for Kim?
I've always thought she was beautiful.
I kind of like the tennis player, Caroline Wozniacki. I think she's awesome.
Probably Beyonce. Has to be Beyonce.
Last year you hit me with the question mark like 3 times. I was over here thinking.
Celebrity prom date? Yeah. Kate Upton.
Okay. Without hesitation?
Yeah.
Any particular reason with Kate Upton?
She's just a good-looking gal.
So you just put a big question mark up there on the screen. I was like, all right, thanks, y'all.
Rihanna. Rihanna.
Any particular reason for Rihanna?
I just think she's beautiful.
She bad. She cute. She cute. Real cute.
Nah, it was good and funny. Who?
My celebrity prom date, I probably have to go with Ariana Grande. That's my wife. We're married. She doesn't know it yet, but hopefully if I go to the NFL, I might be able to say hi to her.
I had a huge middle school crush on her. She was my favorite.
I just took Ariana Grande, so I can't take her again. And so, might as well go with Blake Lively this time.
I mean, there's no rule against it.
Selena Gomez.
Okay. Any particular reason, Selena?
Beautiful.
That is great stuff. One of my favorite questions that we ask each year. So it is time now to announce which of the 10 gifted players will be named the 2017 Ford Award Player of the Year. We have no drum roll, but John Laws, I will give you the honor.
And it's worth noting, this was the closest vote we've ever had. In fact, it came down to the very last ballot. But in the end, our winner of the 2017 Ford Award, just to make sure I don't pull a Steve Harvey here, is none other than Will Keeney, junior quarterback from Owasso High School. Get up here, Will. All right. So, Will, congratulations. You know, the last time we had talked, you had said that you had great expectations for this team, and it seems like you've almost accomplished all of them. I mean, but has this season gone beyond what you possibly could have imagined?
I mean, it's amazing. We set the goal at the beginning of the season that the gold ball was going to be ours, and I'm just so proud of our guys and everybody that's a part of the team. We just, accomplished our goal, and I'm still hard to believe that we did it. I mean, still unbelievable.
Now, your first year in Oklahoma high school football, being a Texas guy, what was one of the most noticeable differences over the course of this season?
So I was at a private school last year, and just coming up here with Coach B in the Owasso environment, the energy of the team and how close I was with the other guys on the team, the coaches, how much passion they put into it. It was the energy that was so much different for me, and I think that's what attributed us to being so successful in the season.
All right. Well, Will, congratulations on an incredible year, a state championship, and now our latest Ford Award nominee. Awesome. And let's send it over to Sports Director John Moss, who's standing by with Bill Knight, and they have a big check to award to Owasso quarterback coach Stephen Hogan.
Yeah, this is one large check. I say it every year. I really want to get one of these. Coach Hogan, you were the one that gets it this year, Bill?
Yeah, so really on behalf of all the Oklahoma Ford dealers, congratulations, Coach, for a great victory. $3,000 toward the athletic department of Owasso High School.
Yes, sir. Not a bad couple of weeks, huh? Win a state championship, get your quarterback named the Ford Award Player of the Year. That's a pretty cool deal for Owasso football, isn't it?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
It's pretty special.
How have you seen Will kind of develop over the year as a leader and as a quarterback?
Just when he came in this year, from day one, he acted like the guy. And as spring ball went on, summer ball, just his leadership of getting our receivers out on the field, throwing one-on-ones with them, and just really, as the season progressed on Friday night, the toughness that he showed was really the one thing that stood out to me. So extremely proud of the way he played for us and what he was able to do for us this season.
Well, congratulations once again, Bill. Thank you for everything
absolutely.
once again.
Thank you,
And John, if you're wondering, Coach Blankenship not here because it's his birthday.
Oh, well, okay. We'll let it slide this time, Coach Blank. But certainly congratulations to all the Owasso Rams on what
Let me give you the
awesome season. But as mentioned earlier, the voting was so close, probably the closest we've ever had in the 2017 Ford Award. In fact, it came down to just a couple points. If we have a graphic here, yeah, that's how close. It came down to the final ballot, and it's certainly a testament to the depth of this year's class. Awesome job for everybody here. It's been a lot of fun. Congratulations to Will Keeney of Owasso for being our 2017 Ford Award nominee. And I guess that'll just about do it. Thank you all for joining us tonight. Once again, congratulations to all of our nominees. You guys are tremendous. Give them a round of applause. Oh, thank you. And that'll do it. We'll see you again next year.